Hello everyone, this is Just One Life MTG, and today we're taking a deck through a standard challenge. Today we're working with Angelic Value. So we're going to be trying to curve from 2-drop up to 4 and possibly 5-drop. Now, the goal of this deck is to play a few good value creatures on the low end that grow as time goes on, and then get value from them through creature types and a strong curve. Our card advantage comes from Realm Walker and Liesa, as well as Sigarda, because we get to draw humans off of that if we have Coven. So, let's take this deck through a standard challenge. Now, just so you know, you get this standard event by turning advanced play modes on. If you don't have those on, you won't see the standard event. Let's hopefully get at least 4 wins so that we get our money back. Let's go ahead and select our Angelic Value deck and see how well we can do. Okay, this is a decent hand. We've got a good mix of lands and spells. I kind of wish we had a 2-drop in it, but I'm not about to toss that back. We don't have a Shapeshifter in our hand, so we can't have this come into play untapped, so we'll just play tapped. And since we have black and white, I think we want green. Play this on white and pass. And I sure would like to draw another land here, because I want to put this in on white also, but I'm worried I won't have black mana. Because we kind of really need both. Good old mono white. Ooh, perfect. Okay, so we can play this on white, play this on black. We have our green, so that is perfect. Let's get a Righteous Valkyrie in there. And hopefully they don't remove this somehow. Start getting life next turn. Probably want to play Sigarda directly into Liesa. Another Monk of the Open Hand. And a second spell to pump them both. Alright. They've got mono white things going on. I will accept the 4 damage. No blocks. We're gonna end up gaining 4 life anyway. Ooh, that's not bad. So we'll play this on black. And play our Sigarda. Gain our 4 life. And I think we do want to come in. Now we'll hold back for just for now, so that we have blockers for all the little guys they can throw at us. That's fine for us. I think they probably have a second spell. Yep. Pump up their monks. Next turn we get to go Liesa. So if we do end up losing one of our creatures to combat, we can just put it right back into our hand. And we will gain 5 life off of this. And it has lifelink, so it's nothing to sneeze at. Do we take 9? I think we do. We take the 9. Brutal Cathar. We can exile one of their monks. I really do like that play. They might not even have a play next turn. This doesn't give us life off this because it's not a cleric or an angel. I think we play this on white and play our Brutal Cathar, removing their Monk of the Open Hand. And let's get in there for 4. Ooh, another Brutal Cathar. Not bad. Ideally, we can get him to flip off of a no spell turn. But I find it unlikely they have no spells. Alright, opponent. Straight to combat. Their spell is likely a combat trick. Just coming in with the monk. Well, we can gain this 5 life back next turn. I think we just take this 5. Another Righteous Valkyrie. So, it's unfortunate we don't have one more land, but we can just play Liesa. Our Brute flipped, so it has Ward, pay 3 life. And we come in again with Coven. There's not an enchantment or artifact to remove. We do have a 3 mana play, which would make the 2 mana play possible even with drawing no land. We have no creatures in our graveyard. Realm Walker is just far better. Let's go with a Realm Walker. With Realm Walker in play, we can know if we're drawing a land too. Also, the nice thing about it being a shapeshifter is we gain life off of Righteous Valkyrie. I really would like to draw a land next turn, so we could go Valkyrie, Realm Walker. Gain 6 life. So, do we block? We take 6. Yeah, I think that we just take 6. Not a land. We could foretell this X equals 2 and then play it next turn. That doesn't seem super great. Getting a 4/4 angel, and then we can kill their creatures. I do very much like that. It's too bad we can't play our, 6 mana. Removing their other monk is also a really big deal. I think it's time to remove their monk. Oh, it comes in flipped because it's night. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Well, we're going to gain 4 life with that and draw our human. Luminarch Aspirant. So we do get to double spell this turn. That is pretty nice. We'll go back to 9. And we do get to gain 1 life off the Aspirant. Might matter. So we go to 10. Ooh. Because I double spelled, we get double flip. So that's gone. And I think we take the Aspirant away. Although I would like to take it with counter number 2 on Furias. Let's take the Boaster. Probably their best form of mana sink. Oh, they are up to 3 cards, and at least one of them is clearly a combat trick. But all this exiling value, I mean, we gain life gain, we've gotten so much more than they have. I do love that card, but it's not doing too much in this position. And we have so many cards. Yeah, they've seen the writing on the wall. And there's victory number 1. On to round 2. A 2-lander. But we do have a lot of inexpensive spells in this hand. If we can draw a single land by turn 3, I think we're good. So I'm going to keep. It is a little bit risky. We'll play this first as a land tapped. So that our branchway can come in, or branch loft pathway can come in untapped as green. Because we can foretell x equals 0. That's so stupid. Alright, deck. I need a land. These are interesting sleeves. I like the transform human into werewolf. Pretty good. That's not good for us, though. We just pass. Feels pretty bad against, again, mono white. Fair enough. Hey, we got another play. Tempting to play it on black. We do really need a second white mana, though. And I think because of that, I'm playing it on white. So do we Realm Walker first? No. We definitely Valkyrie. We Valkyrie every single turn. Gain 4 life every turn. This stops their air attack. This actually should stop all attacks. Interesting. Got a Skyclave Maul. Well, I can't trade it. So you can go ahead and have your 4 damage. And then I'll gain 4 life. I will not attack. This deck does not attack early. We wait. Sure, we'll take 4 again. That doesn't look like removal. Sweet. You get your value, and I get my value. We could get rid of their maul. We have exactly 1 creature in our graveyard. This is a shapeshifter, so we gained 6 life from playing this. Yeah, I think I like the play. Boom. Goodbye, Maul. And we do not start attacking. We are fine to play on defense. Wow, double spell every turn off 3 land. They've got a pretty good draw. Yeah, we cannot block your Monk of the Open Hand. We go down to 11. And then we gain a bunch of life. Okay, let's see. Do we play Realm Walker? Or just another Valkyrie? Gain 8. And we still don't attack. Opponent's done tons of damage to us, and we're still at 19. No, we don't block. We take 4. Ooh. Ray Dan. So, This definitely hurts our Furia Reborns. This also. But we did finally draw our 4th land. So we can start playing Legion Angel over and over. Or Realm Walker. I think I like the Legion Angel. We got 3 tucked away in the sideboard. So we'll grab one. Gain a ton of life. And I think we just stay. Because as long as we get 7 or more life than our starting total, so 27, yeah, that's it. We didn't even attack one time. Easy game, easy life. So we're 2-0 coming into our 3rd game, and I like this hand. It's got 3 land, 2 drop, a 3 drop. Yeah, wonderful curve. Let's keep it. So, how do we play our lands? We need double white, and we do need a green. Let's start off with this on white. It's looking like finally a different deck than mono white. It's probably mono green. Play this on green. Get our youthful Valkyrie in there so it can start growing. Not next turn, because it's not an angel. We might just hold this because waiting to find a good target to remove might be the better option. In my experience, mono green doesn't play anything big until turn 3 at least. I definitely want to get rid of the pack leader. That's pretty scary. We don't want mono green drawing cards. Valkyrie. I sure would like to play Valkyrie, but I think it's important to remove that creature while we have the opportunity. And here we play this on black. Get our Brutal Cathar in there. Goodbye, pack leader. And there's no point in attacking because they can just block it. You got a troll? Blizzard Brawl. Ooh. That's too bad. So they get their pack leader back. They don't get to attack with it. Sigarda or Righteous Valkyrie? It's Sigarda. Because next turn we can Valkyrie, attack, get value. And in this deck, we love the value. All about value. Now we can attack. Because if they block with Jasper Sentinel, they just lose it. I'm looking for Valkyrie to get big this game. Another Blizzard Brawl. Well, that's not great. It's not the end of the world either. It is just 1-for-1 removal. Sure would like to draw a land here. We can double spell. No land. So do we play the Valkyrie or the Aspirant? I think we get more value out of the Aspirant. Although gaining 5 life off this if we do draw a land would be pretty big. Yeah, let's go for the Valkyrie. It's an angel, buffs our youthful Valkyrie. And let's get in there. A lot of Valkyries in this set. Probably should have held that back on defense, just to try and get to 27 if we possibly can. Ranger class, which I imagine they level up, come in for 4. Yep. I accept the damage. Come on, deck, give me a land. Well, we can double spell. Like that. Who do we buff up? I think we just make one really big Valkyrie who blocks like a champ. And they feel like they can't come in for any damage. We probably could have gotten in with this Valkyrie. Ren and 7. They can make a 6/6, which, oddly enough, isn't big enough. Because Youthful Valkyrie will grow from Luminarch Aspirant at least. We really wanted to hit this land right here. Now we can Liesa, or we can Foretell for 2. Let's Foretell. We hang back.
We can foster much growth here. Every seed contains great potential.
Well, they sure do have a lot of cards over there. But our job is to outvalue our opponents. They're coming in with the pack leader? Oh, this is strange. I imagine they make their Tree Folk an 8/8. They really wanted to draw that card. Well, we're putting this in front of that. We'll block here and take 7. I'm not really sure what they could have. Snakeskin Veil? Doesn't save the pack leader. Alright. We lose our Righteous Valkyrie. Which kind of hurts. Time to cast this. X equals 2. And we take out Ren and 7 before it can make another Treeful. I think at this point I'm okay losing the Aspirant to save 7 damage from their Treeful.
The heat has become unbearable.
Opponent's looking at my lands. What do you see down there? See something interesting? You can't activate Field of Ruin. You don't have the mana for it. Oh, they do have the mana for it with the Sentinel. Alright. I'll go find a forest. We have one of each basic just for that. You can't take me off green. So opponent's coming in with the Seeker's Chariot. Makes sense. Well, we have to kill the Chariot. Absolutely have to. And I'll block the 8/8 with just him. So that leaves us taking lethal. We can't do that at block. So in that case, we have to block like this. We at least get to take out 2 of their creatures. We take 5 down to 3. We draw a Righteous Valkyrie. It's not a good time for that creature. We do get a lifelink creature, which may keep us alive for 1 more turn. It grows both of our Youthful Valkyries. It actually makes their attack pretty bad. Question is, do we try and get aggressive? I think the answer is no. We keep our blockers. We keep these for the future turns. I sure would like to remove this pack leader here. I think this is the 3rd pack leader they've had this game. It's only the 2nd. But I don't like it when green gets to draw cards. They're going to get another attack with the Chariot. I imagine they have to put a counter on the Chariot this time to put it out of Youthful Valkyrie's range. They don't? Oh, well that's a mistake. Because now we definitely block there. Snap block. Block and... Oops. Misclicked. We take this attack. We gain 4... lose 4, we can't block like that. So we have to block here. So at that point, is it better for me to take out the Chariot or the pack leader? Chariot keeps making these 8/8s though, and that's going to be a big problem. So I think this has got to be the block. This doesn't quite put us dead. Two more counters, though. That puts us dead. Well played, opponent. You got me. Well, we advanced to 2-1. We haven't lost our money yet. We get to have 3 losses. I mean, we only need 2 more wins to get to make our money back. So we got a 2-lander, and everything costs 3 or more. Man, it is tempting to keep this hand. You know what? I think I will. After all, why shouldn't I? We just need to draw one land in the first top 2 cards of our deck. Be easy. Play this on white. Hope we can get black mana later. We'll foretell this. Top card of our library has to be a land, or we might be in trouble. Blue-red spells. And we're in trouble. I think I've made a pretty big mistake. If the top card is a land, we're still not out of it. Because we can play every card in our hand except Sigarda. We can even remove their creature with Brutal Cathar. Opponent plays another egg. It's a land. We have a shapeshifter. Shapeshifters are dragons. We want this to tap for white. No, we have double white. We have a green. Let's make this our black land. And I think it's time for Brutal Cathar right now, because they have turns where they play nothing, which can flip our creature. They may remove our creature immediately, but we just cast another Brutal Cathar. I wonder if they even have counterspells in their deck. They definitely have removal. They have burn. I know this deck runs burn, memory, deluge. There's some of their burn right now. Yep, fair enough. You can have your egg back. And I think I just take away the other egg. I could put this into play. I think it's time to take the other egg, though. Opponent goes up to 5 lands. I wonder if they're interested in activating this Field of Ruin. Sure. I believe they'll be able to flip this next turn. Could make a 4/4. Or I could play this Valkyrie. Pretty sure it's time for the Valkyrie. Max Vandal doesn't do anything here. I feel like really often I keep saying I sure would like to draw land. Maybe this deck needs a few more. I'm just really glad we drew this Temple of the Dragon Queen, because we would be so out of the game right now if we hadn't gotten that. Oh, it's only a 2-mana spell. That doesn't put him at 7. They didn't get to flip it off of that. Copying a Memory Deluge is pretty good. That lets them flip both of them, so they can deal 4 damage if they cast another spell next turn. Whew. That is scary. I think stumbling was really bad for us. So if we gain 4, it's not enough. Ender's tapped. Let's go for a Realm Walker. Oh, definitely Angel. We love the angel creature type. And we know we're not blocking, so let's get in there before it gets removed. We're drawing a swamp, so we can play this X equals 2 next turn. Get 2 4/4s. Sure hope they don't remove this creature, because that would mean 8 life for us. Although I think it's pretty much guaranteed they're going to remove Righteous Valkyrie. Opponent's just thinking about how exactly they want to kill us now. They might just pass and hold up Flashback Memory Deluge. Allrun's Epiphany. That probably just ends it for us. 8, 9, 10. They cast any spell. Yeah. Good game, opponent. We stumbled, and that was our defeat. So we fall to 2-2. Now we're playing for our lives. Angelic Value, I believe in you. You have the ability to outgrind any opponent's deck. Just need enough time. Keeping it. Opponent goes first. We'll get 3 draws before we need to actually draw any land. And any land does it for us. Temple of the Dragon, what color do I pick? I think I pick white. Ooh. That changes things a bit. We have our double white if we need it. This can pick black. We really need black, green, white. We have that. It's a lot easier to draw a white source in this deck than any other color. Poor little unwilling ingredient. Such interesting card design. A Menace 1/1 begs to die, but wants to get in just a couple points before it does. Never seen Kalane used in Standard. Wonder if it'll be good. Ooh, that was a pretty good draw for us. So we'll just go with regular planes and get in our Youthful Valkyrie. Now we've drawn 2 land in the top 2 cards, and we're in business. We are ready to triple Righteous Valkyrie. They may have removal, but 4 toughness is kind of hard to deal with. You know, it was probably the right move on their part to get rid of that now because it was just going to grow every turn. We take 3 or 2. Yep. Two Brutal Cathars. Man, our hand is pretty stacked right now. I'm happy with our position. Opponent, you got a 1 mana spell? 2 mana spell. Sorry. Bacon Pro. Opponent's up to a potential 5 mana. They could get in a big creature if they want. Next turn, we're gaining 4. Yeah, Menace, I can't block it. Interesting that they don't want to attack with Kalane and bluff. They don't have some sort of pump spell. And they might be unwilling to remove this. Mary's Call. I think I just play that as a land right now. We are really far away from casting this. We did name black this, right? We have all the colors we could possibly want. And we'll get in with it. Innistrad Predator. Gets a +1/+1 counter. Can exile a card from a graveyard. Well, the Indestructible really doesn't help against Brutal Cathar. We'll just play that next turn and get rid of the Innistrad Predator. Even if they use removal on this, they don't get their counter back, so I see that as an absolute win. They're past combat. What could they need to do in their second main phase? For 1 mana. They don't have any activated abilities, so there must be a card in their hand that costs 1. Suppose they've decided it's not important. Brutal Cathar, get in there. We don't gain any life from this, but I think that's okay. We'll get this in there as green, just in case they remove our green source somehow. I'm really curious what their 1 mana red instant is. Magic Missile. Fine. We have another Brutal Cathar. And next turn, we can actually double spell. We can cast both our Righteous Valkyrie and Brutal Cathar. And that puts us up to getting the activation, or not activation, the static ability from Righteous Valkyrie. A +2/+2 on everyone, times 3. So we'll play this on white. We'll cast our Righteous Valkyrie first, so that everybody gets huge. Oh, we're 1 life off. Yikes. So everybody doesn't get huge yet. So sad. I feel like we need to draw an angel. Which is not a tall ask in this deck. Wow. Amaria's Call is actually really great here. That's it. I imagine they scoop at this point. Be nice if they let it resolve and see how huge our team got. Come on, opponent, resolve just one of those triggers. Huge team. Absolutely massive. I'm calling good game here. I hope that's not bad manners. I don't feel like it's premature. Alright, opponent. You got almost 40 damage coming at you. And this guy's first strike. Not that it matters. Alright, well, Righteous Valkyrie is too strong. Well, we're at 3 wins. We are so close to making our entry fee. This is it. This game is make or break for our entry fee. Okay, here we are. Great, great. Love this. I'm mostly just happy whenever I have lands and spells together. We'll go farmland, tapped, into an untapped pathway, into an untapped farmland. And we'll get turn 2, turn 3. Really love this eternal zombie profile picture. When it dies, learn. Well, we're not planning on killing it too quickly. I think we play this on white. Play Youthful Valkyrie since all of our shapeshifters are angels. And actually, it looks like we are planning on killing this if they attack. Which they don't want to do. So we can get Black Mana in here, which is great news for our Furious Retribution. We haven't got to cast that this entire series. Realm Walker. Naming Angel, of course. Let's get in there with a Valkyrie. I'm feeling like attacking. Let's see what lesson they learn. Yeah, environmental sciences. It's always environmental sciences. The next turn, I think we're getting Sigarda in there so we can start getting some value out of Sigarda attacks. We can make it so we have 2, 3, 4 when she attacks. Another Sigarda? I don't really like that. But we'll get this in there as black. Play our Sigarda. Skullport Merchant dies, make a treasure, sack another creature, draw. Huh. Alright. There's really no point in getting in there with the 3/4. Two Skullport Merchants. Is this card really that great? I guess I can sack the treasure to draw, which is nice. So we can double spell. That gives us 3 different. I don't have any creatures in my graveyard, which is kind of too bad. Because I sure would like to just incidentally remove their treasure. But it's not important enough to wait for. Get a Realm Walker in there. Should we name something other than Angel? No. I mean, we could name Human, I suppose. Then we get in there with Sigarda only. And find a Brutal Cathar. Maybe for that reason I should have waited for Realm Walker, but I don't really want a Brutal Cathar Skullport Virgin. This card does not seem great to me. Ooh. Yikes. Well, we have a backup Sigarda. Youthful Valkyrie. That's interesting. So we have 5 mana. We could 2 and 3 cost. I think I like that most. So, Youthful Valkyrie. We don't get a counter off Brutal Cathar. But Youthful Valkyrie gets to grow from both of these spells. I imagine they have a kill spell. Exile up to 1 card from my graveyard. I don't really do much graveyard stuff anyway. The only thing in my graveyard that, the only thing that does anything with my graveyard, I mean, is this guy. And it doesn't really seem that important against this opponent. So, let's go with Sigarda. They have this, which does nothing. We could hold it, but I don't see really a reason to do that. And if we attack, they get to learn. And I don't want them to learn yet, because I'm sure they'll pick up Mascot Exhibition. Because at the end game, it's always Mascot Exhibition. Oh, see, they could have learned there, and they decided not to. Uh-huh. Was that really what you wanted to kill, opponent? You didn't want to take out Sigarda? Alright, fair enough. Ooh, we have enough to cast Furia's Retribution and foretell or Starnheim Unleashed. Let's get the angels in there. Sure, that matters not at all. Not at all. We'll attack first, just to make them think we might have something. It is kind of too bad that we don't have 3 different powers. Not really sure why I'm getting priority here. I can't foretell as an instant. Oh, I guess I can. I've never done that before, so let's just foretell as an instant. And of course, they get Mascot Exhibition. If they spend their turn casting that, I think I'm okay with that. If we draw a land, then we get to do this X equals 3. I'm probably just going to do it X equals 2 anyway, though. And Furious Retribution going to 2 actually matters like a ton. We did get our land. Whew. So, let's just kill everything, right? Or no, we just kill them. They block a 4, they take 7. We'll say this kills that. One, two, three. Use it all. Whew, it got big. We actually could have killed them if I played it better. Sigarda kills your Skullport Merchant. He kills that. Or she, I should say. I forgot, what does 3 do? Gain Death Touch? That kind of really doesn't matter. Professor Onyx. Liliana in disguise.
Come on, there's gotta be something useful.
Meathook Massacre doesn't even kill my creatures? Oh, opponent. I feel like that should be a shame scoop. Yeah, there it is. Well, that's kind of sad for our opponent. I feel really bad when somebody does something like that. But on the other hand, we made our money back. So it's all good. Now anything we get past here is just gravy. I've turned my humidifier down. It's 70 right now. That's way too high. Alright, let's see here. Oh, this is a great hand. Love this hand. And I love Legion Angel. It's so good. We can play all our lands untapped. Let's start off with just a Plains. Make them think maybe we're mono white. They have no idea. Ascendant Spirit. This is one of those guys that can grow, grow, grow. Alright. We can play this Temple of the Dragon Queen with Realm Walker. We can name black since we don't have any black sources right now. I think I like that. Let's do that. Reveal him as black. And play our Luminarch Aspirant. Go ahead, opponent. Art on that's pretty cool. Although, honestly, it doesn't really seem like an island to me. They attack 2 snow, they can make it a 2/3. Come on, opponent. They didn't buff it? That's just so weird. Well, we could play a Realm Walker, but I think I'm high on getting Youthful Valkyrie into play. Let's do that. It must be a counterspell, right? It's gotta be a counterspell. Not a counterspell. And you let the Youthful Valkyrie resolve. Nice. So this only triggers off angels, which this is not an angel. They have 3 blue mana available now. Well. Let's see if they counter Luminarch Aspirant. Because we have another one. They don't. Do we even cast the other one? Of course we do. They can counter this. They don't counter it. Oh my gosh. So, now it's a tough choice. Do we just buff each one of these so they don't want to remove this? I think so. Does this get flying? No, it just becomes a 2/3. And it can only become the 4/4 if it already is a warrior. So, cool. We go in for 1 damage. Opponent, you gotta divide by 0, or... Yep, it's a divide by 0. Of course it is. They divide by 0 the Luminarch Aspirant after it puts a counter on. Okay, sure. Looks like I sounded my counters correctly. Getting the cheaper spell bounced rather than the more expensive one. So we're up to 5 mana this turn. So we can double spell. They have 2 mana. It's likely not a creature counterspell based on how they've been playing. So I think I like just getting Liesa in there. We could just double spell. That is always really nice. Yeah, Liesa, I think you're in for next turn. It's double spell time. Okay. Jawari Disruption gets rid of it. They have no mana left, so let's go one there, and come in. They cannot buff their creature. So I feel pretty safe here. If they want to buff it and come in for 2 damage, more power to them. That is not scary to me. Forgot Frost Augur. Pay a snow, tap, look at the top card of your library. If it's a snow permanent, you can put it in your hand. Seems pretty good in an all-snow deck, except the spells. They have 2 mana open. Possible Jawari Disruption. Possible nothing. Do we go for Liesa? Let's go for the Legion Angel. Plays around at least Jawari Disruption. And there was a pause there. So it's likely that they had Jawari Disruption. So we can just go Legion Angel every turn. Let's buff both of the aspirants. Puts them up to 3/3s. They could triple block one of them. But I would get to only remove one of their creatures in that case. So let's come in with only the Youthful Valkyrie. I'm happy to have these Luminarch Aspirants just sitting there, growing our team each turn. I kind of thought that they would buff one of them. Emirth, Desert Doom. Ward 4. Fine. But it only has Ward 4 as long as it's untapped. You have fewer than 3 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. Well, they only have 2, so they definitely want to draw those cards. They are tapped out here, which means I could get Liesa into play. Do we just buff both of these guys? Let's start getting aggressive. Now imagine they could have a Divide by 0 or some other bounce spell for Liesa. That's an Ascendant Spirit, not a bounce spell. We got 1 card in hand. I bet it's Jawari Disruption. Okay, Sigarda is great here. Absolutely great. Let's cast it. If it's Jawari Disruption, we don't care. Beautiful. Move to combat. And let's go for power this up to 5 so it can kill. And this can become a 4/4. Let's power Sigarda up too. Our team's getting pretty fucking big. Do we come in with all 3 and make him have to block our Legion Angel? Let's do that. You can buff this into a 4/4 with flying. Block our Legion Angel with it. Seems like it was not a snow permanent. Okay, so they do make it a 4/4. They're definitely going to put it in front of Legion Angel. The other one, the Imrith, probably isn't blocking. No, they have to block or they're dead. Well, that feels bad for them, I'm sure. And we get to get our Legion Angel back to our hand. Pretty cool. Thanks, Liesa. Scoop. Well played, opponent. Well, at this point, I am super happy. We made our money back. We're up to 600 gold. So we only spent 500 to play, and now we get 600 back if we win, or if we lose. So let's see if we can get all the way to 7. We have to go 2 more wins without losing, but it's totally possible with a value deck like this. We just can't get aggroed out in the early game. It's the toughest thing. Alright, Suki, what you got? Double Youthful Valkyrie. I think we should keep it. We have a lot of our colors of mana. We'll lead on one of these tapped. Love that animation that comes in. Look at that artwork. So creepy. Drop our basic forest. This will have to come in on black. For sure. The good old Prosperous Innkeeper. I almost feel like that card's a classic at this point. Just saw it everywhere for a while. This Overgrown Farmland was a great draw. We can Realm Walker, naming Angel. But I think we need to get more Valkyries into play. More Valkyrie! Because Realm Walker will trigger both of them. And we don't have a lot of plays left in our hand. I'm considering holding the Samaria's Call till we get to 7. So we already have 4. Okay, they're already digging. Opponent, you're up to full grip. Got something for 2 you want to drop into play? Maybe another Prosperous Innkeeper? Valky. So they're going to take one of these guys away from us. Yep, that makes sense. Since we could just take Valky away. But I was going to play Realm Walker anyway next turn. So let's go for Dark Boar on black, play Realm Walker, buff up our Angels, and get in there. And we want to be able to play Angels off the top. Surprisingly, we're getting aggressive before our opponent. I didn't think that was going to happen with an Angels deck, but clearly, here we are. Twitch. Field of Ruin is not bad for us here because we have one of each basic. It can't take us off of any color. They're playing our Brutal Cathar? Opponent, it doesn't enter the battlefield. Oh no. Opponent thought they would get the enter the battlefield effect. Oof. I'm so sorry, opponent. We're only 2 mana away from casting Amaria's Call. And we're going to get another Amaria's Call next turn. Well, we Realm Walker here, of course. Grow our Angels. get in there with... do we get it with everybody? They could double block this. They'd only lose one of their creatures, but we get Brutal Cathar back. No, I don't want to attack with that. Let's just play it safe. Get in for 7. They block and take 3. Fine. Now, which lesson will you learn? It's just going to be environmental sciences? Of course it is. It's always environmental sciences. Until they're up to enough to get mascot exhibition. Oh look, environmental sciences. Crazy. Hey, you want to play that swamp? Another eye twitch, wow. They really love learning lessons in black. Two Ameria's Calls. I think we put this one into play tapped. It means one land gets us to an Ameria's Call. And I wasn't willing to make the attack last turn, but since I have so much open mana to cast Brutal Cathar immediately, I think I am into making this attack this turn. Makes sense. They don't block with Brutal Cathar, they take 7. I didn't cast a spell, it will flip to night. They're sacking Brutal Cathar. Well, that's something. Yep. I don't want to cast Brutal Cathar, actually, because now it's going to turn to night, which means if we cast this, it will become a 3/3 right away. We're drawing a land next turn, so we will be casting Ameria's Call. It's an untapped land, too, which is a big deal. Blood on the Snow. Okay. Well, we're casting Ameria's Call. Valky. Only can target Brutal Cathar. You see my Ameria's Call. You are frightened of my Ameria's Call. We play this on white. And we cast Ameria's Call. 2 angels. We love our angels. That's it, I got no plays. Just a couple of angels, no big deal. 1 mana, 8 power. How's that stack up? 1 mana, 9 power. Or 7 mana, 9 power. Oh, why did I say 1 mana? 1 card. 7 mana, 8 power, 7 mana, 9 power. Mine's all flying. They get rid of one of our angels. Don't like that a whole lot. I would love to draw our version of this card. Why, opponent? Also, how is Brutal Cathar not flipping? It's nighttime right now, and Brutal Cathar is daybound. We did draw our version! Oh, that's too funny. Alright, we get our 4/4. Come in and put you within range of 1 angel's attack. I really hope the opponent just does Mascot Exhibition pass, because if they take that line, we just win. Prosperous Innkeeper doesn't do much. They can still cast a Mascot Exhibition. That's great. Because now we can tap, kill, attack for 4. Oh, they gain 2 life. Oh. Prosperous Innkeeper was so good. Alright. In that case, we kill. We kill. We cast our Brutal Cathar. We exile. I'm so sorry, opponent. You built up a board and I'm taking it all away. This is our version of a board sweeper. We do play black and white, which are the board sweeper colors, but this is the only way we can sweep boards. They do still have 3 cards over there, though. Lolf. Making some spiders, maybe? Yeah, okay, okay. With Menace and Reach, so they can block our angels. They can kill one of our angels. But double strike! Alright, let's just get in there with the team and find out what happens. Question is, do we attack with Brutal Cathar? That is a tough question. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a loyalty counter on Lolf. Let's try and hit Lolf with Brutal Cathar. See what happens. Opponent, you got some choices to make. Those aren't bad. Those are pretty good blocks. Ooh, that is great. That's really bad for us. We need to draw some value.
We will slay our enemies. Again.
We play this picking, I don't know, white, I guess. We don't have any reason to hold it in hand. So in this position, I think I'd really like to draw Realm Walker into running creature, 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 creature. 2 of them are out of our deck already.
Aren't I the generous one?
Oh, the Planeswalkers, the value. We're supposed to be the value deck. What happened? And it's an 11/11. Oh boy. This game suddenly got very difficult. It's extremely unlikely we get out of this at this point. I think our run might be over. Odd choice to sack the treasures here. They're trying to power up their layer of the Hydra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Yeah, I guess I'd take the 5. Useful Valkyrie is not enough to do it.
We will help you find safe ground. Power grows with tender care.
Ooh. Alright. Well, that's it. I'm saying uncle. Thanks, opponent, for the game, but you win. Well, we went 5-3. We made our money back and then some. So I am super happy with our result. Well, thanks for joining me with Angelic Value, and until next time, you just need one life to win. Thank you.